Let me do my one thing for 8 hours and go home.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
There's a lot to be said about that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I understand that point of view too. We also get to the point where Jane and Rick, they start a full relationship. He starts to explain to her his life, his life story. She starts to get more details about why he is the way he is. Because remember, in the beginning, she just thought he was a weirdo, straight creep weirdo. Yeah. And come to find out, he's not really a weirdo. He can explain why he is the way he is in very good detail.
In contrast, he has none of the image, but all of the substance of character.
Yes. Yes.
And if you give it time to breathe, if you communicate, you get to the substance.
Yes.
He does nothing to fix the image of success. In fact, it behooves him to keep it down low. Yeah. He looks like a Mormon, he's got a pressed white shirt and, but he's selling weed.
Angela
he's
said
making
he dressed like a Bible salesman.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is he dressed like a Bible
It's the opposite of Billy the real estate king.
Right.
Yeah.
Total opposite. And it's kind of the opposite of his dad, too. Like, he doesn't really have any characteristics that his dad has at all.
No.
Which is weird because normally, only child, father, a daddy's boy, he would have some type of, he has none. He's totally opposite of his father.
So that, if I were to ask for any backstory, it would be, how does someone in the crucible of violence, like a household of extreme violence, know that that's wrong, And how does he discover that he wants to be nothing like his dad? He wants to be the opposite of his dad. And at the same time, negotiate that.
Yeah.
He placates his dad.
Yeah.
He does everything to make sure his dad thinks he's acting within the defined lines of what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And we don't know how he does that. I mean, that's just being super self-referential. And a lot of people would succumb to that.
Right. We don't understand how he got to that point to where he knew how to navigate through that.
How to navigate it and
dealing with his dad.
Even know that that's not right. His dad is wrong.
Right.
His dad is a piece of shit. He's a Nazi. He hates homosexuals. He's a bad guy. His wife has been beaten to living death.
Yeah. She's a zombie.
She's a zombie.
Yeah. I felt really sad for his mother. His mother will probably, live all of her days exactly like that.
There's no escape.
That's very sad.
That's disturbing.
And it was so sad when he, we'll get to that part when he left the house and he said, I wish things could have been better for you, Mom. Like even he understood.
Yeah.
My mom got screwed in all this.
Yes. And he's abandoning her.
And he's leaving her with this
man.
And it's like, that was such a sad moment to watch somebody you love as much as most people love their mothers. And just to know that she got the bad hand dealt in life.
Mm-hmm.
She got the bad hand and she's going to die this way.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to get better for her. That's very sad. That's why I say this movie, the dark undertones is like, Jesus.
They're dark overtones.
Good God. Rick takes the next thing Rick takes Jane to his home and he shows her the Hitler China.
Yeah.
From the Third Reich.
Yeah.
He also shows her the video of the paper, the bag blowing around.
Yeah.
And he explains the whole energy of the bag.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of see how his mind works.
Yeah.
How he sees things. He doesn't see things like everybody else. To most people, it's just a bag blowing in the wind.
It's trash.
It's trash. He doesn't see it that way.
It's American Beauty.
Yeah, he does not see it that way. Like I said, I've had one friend that was the same way. They would see a tree or clouds and they would just see something that none of us saw.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older and I'm getting even more into my spiritual well-being, it's like maybe they did see something.
There's Buddhism in that. Alan Ball, practitioner of Buddhism.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay.
And there's Buddhism in that. The ephemeral, the only here for a blip in time.
Yeah.
I think that was huge Buddhistic energy coming through Alan Ball.
Maybe he saw something in that bag going around that just people wouldn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, you never know. So now we get to the point to where Rick's father beats the hell out of him. Frank beats Rick badly because he somehow found out that Rick got into the cabinet and showed the Hitler China to the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he gives him this. He beats him. Rick calms him down by knowing
how to negotiate.
The only way Rick knows how to do is how to negotiate him down from the anger. And then Frank gives him this speech about discipline, structure. And so now you get in the mind of Frank, like, oh, he's not just a military dude. He's a very disciplined, organized, straightforward, left, right, left. Like he's one of those guys.
He wouldn't know how to exist without being told what the next step was.
There you go. There you go. We see society resemble that in situations like prison.
Yeah.
Some guys are in prison so long, they can't function outside of prison.
Yeah.
Somebody has to tell them when to eat, when to shower, when to go exercise. Yeah. So a lot of times prisoners, and this is a real statistic. A lot of times people that have been in jail for 30, 40 years, they will commit a crime when they get out to go back because jail is their home.